Hey folks, Vortex here and welcome to my review of the Fosi Audio SK01, which is kind of a generic name. And this is quite a unique product, as you'll see in a bit. And anyway, I'd like to thank Fosi Audio themselves for sending this out to me, so thank you very much. I was not paid to do this video, and our thoughts and opinions are my own. And this company is normally known for making amp DAC units, amplifiers, things like that. And this is an amp preamp only, but it's just like I said, it's got some unique features. And they also make some dongles, which I think it's the DS1, DS2, which I've never tried but seem quite popular and good. And anyway, let's just get into it. So let's see what you get. Obviously Fosi Audio or Fosi Audio, I'm not sure that's a correct pronunciation. There it is. But again, like I said, they make make a lot of audio gear. Obviously there's some websites. The information is a 30-day return period, which is good. 18-month warranty, lifetime technical support. Nothing on the back. So yeah, this is an amp slash preamp. Let's have a quick look through this. So that's what it looks like. So 3.5 and 3.5 headphone outs. A ton of controls, which we'll have a look at in a second. The user manual. Obviously it's good to see it in English. Obviously it comes with a manual because you're looking at the manual. Cable, there's some information, so please do pause the video if you ever want to actually have a look. Again this saying, you can see there's actually quite a lot going on. Pause if you want to, because there's a lot. So it does actually have a battery in it, which is kind of odd. Obviously we'll see what that's like. Output 2.4 watts at 32 ohm, which is crazy amount. Again, I'll see what that's like. Operation guide, notes, frequently asked questions. Good to see that it's quite, there's a quite in-depth guide, and that's it. So obviously I'll have a good look at that in a bit. So we'll have a look at that in a sec. So yeah, USB-A to Type-C, obviously to charge it. And now this is actually quite heavy. So let's just start from the front. So SK01, obviously headphone out, 6.35. The side, obviously that explains what these do. Plat, loudness, tone, pure, 0 dB, negative 10 dB. Line in, line out. That's obviously, there's no DAC in this, so it relies on basically the line in to get information into here. Obviously USB 5, nothing on the back. So on the top, it's fully charged. I charged before the unboxing. Obviously I have to see what that's like. I guess that's where that flash is, if then there's actually audio coming out. Bass, you can see. In the middle, you can feel it stop. Middle, treble. So from the side you can see that's what it looks like. And yeah, so that's what again, this weighs a ton. Quite a unique proposition. As you can see, it's quite big. So compared to like a normal is my X2O X2S, kind of that, see, it's quite big. So yeah, I have no idea what this is like. So yeah, I'm going to spend a lot of time with this, and you'll see me many days in the future. So yeah, see me in the next clip. So welcome to my review section of the Fosi Audio or Fosi Audio SK01, and yeah, let's go bit by bit. So 3.5 and 6.35, you can use either, it doesn't really matter, it's not balanced or anything like that. Power output is 2.4 watts, a high gain, I think 300 milliwatts at low. I don't know if it's actually that high, but it's certainly more than enough. But I will talk about that in a bit, how these affect that. But yeah, it seems more than enough. One thing to note though, if you use sensitive IEMs on high gain, you will hear a noise floor. It's not that bad, but it's there. If you use headphones, it's not a problem at all. And yeah, that's basically it. So then the side, they describe what they are. So just left to right, so high and low gain. So you can have a look. So high and low gain there makes a really big difference. Headphones, whatever, make sure you check that and make sure your volume's low. So you got tone and pure. So pushed in, as it states there, all the way in, is just the pure sound, so it doesn't use basically the EQ. And that's the most powerful output. When you use EQ on, which is basically that, the tone controls, it does nerf the power. So if you've got something really hard to power and you want to EQ it, that may or not be enough power for you. But if you got something normal, like my main headphone, I tried these with the Sennheiser HD599 SEs, way more than enough power than you need for that. Then you got flat and loudless, so it seems to make more, I'd say maybe more V-shaped at lower volumes. So if you want to listen to something quiet but bump up the excitement, shall we say, you can. That's what the loudness is for. On the back, so USB 5 volt, so that's only for power. Obviously you can use this while it's charging or plugged in, and you can use it unplugged, but that's only battery. There's no DAC in this. A DAC would have been good, but that's a different thing. Line in is how I use this, so I used RCAs to 3.5. Line out, unfortunately I don't have any powered speakers at the moment, so I couldn't try that. But in theory you do the opposite. You could go from 3.5 to RCAs and use this as a preamp. Unfortunately I couldn't try that. So from the top, as you can see, bass, mids, treble, they do make more than enough difference. So obviously that's the lowest, that's middle, that's max. All of these do a big difference, so you just have to depend, just adjust how you sit really. If you don't like it, leave them on or turn them off. And power, so I'll turn it on. That's it. Here you can either click, you can see it's on. This should be the clipping one, so if you got super loud and it's flashing, you're probably potentially clipping. If you can hear the click, and that's pretty much it. So what's it like to actually use? So they say the battery life is about 6 hours, and that's fine. You could probably leave it plugged in if you want. I would have preferred this if it was mains power, so no battery, because this is kind of heavy for portable use, so a battery's kind of odd. Obviously it's perfectly fine to be on a desk, you know, the size is perfectly fine. Sound quality is, I'd say it sounds, it's not flat, it's more balanced tuning, so it's a bit emphasised, maybe like bass is a little bit more than you'd not expect, but a little bit elevated a touch. Same for mid-range and treble. They're not. It's not neutral. It's more balanced, if you understand what I mean. Only negative, really, I'd say for sound is again high gain with something sensitive, but then you just use the lower gain anyway. So I don't think it really matters. And yeah, what do I think of this? Kind of a conclusion is, it's quite different, really. I like what it offers, and it's got a lot of functionality. It can do quite a lot, as you can see. More than enough power. But if I was to make like an SK02, for example, I'd keep all this the same. I'd have it wall powered. I'd have a DAC in there. So it'd be like USB or optical from your computer into this. Something like an ES9018 K2M DAC, very affordable. Something simple, but you know, something like that. You wouldn't need a battery in it. It's wall powered, and apart from that, that's pretty much it. It works pretty good. But on the whole, I like it. It's a bit different. Just depends if you want something like this, but as a desktop amp, because it's heavy, you can just sit there, turn it on, adjust what you want. See, nothing moves. It works perfectly fine. Obviously 3.5 and 6.3 is fine. You don't need balanced, I don't think, really, because it's quite powerful as it is. And yeah, tone controls. So when you use the tone controls, it does seriously nerf the power, so bear that in mind. But it does work very well. Loud button, I could probably take it or leave it, but it works fine. But yeah, I do like it. It's an interesting device, but if I was to make an SK02 model, I'd do it a bit differently. I'd have it as basically a DAC amp combo. Yeah, maybe sort out the noise floor a touch. No battery. USB powered DAC would be quite good. And yeah, I think that's pretty much it. I like what it is. It's a bit different. I think it's around $80. And yeah, different you know, different kind of setup. Works alright. So yeah, a lot of functionality. Unfortunately, I couldn't try line out, but I guess there wouldn't be any issues with it. And that's it. I think that's pretty much it. If you know anything more about this, please let me know in the comments. Yeah, interesting device, but again, I would have done things probably a bit differently personally. And yeah, see you in the next clip.